So, I waited 2 whole months for that. For a movie that I don't even know if I have my full thoughts on. This is one of the most confusing first time watches of any new movie that I've had in a while because it's not bad. It has great things in it. But as a movie itself, it has a lot of problems. A lot of problems. What do I mean? Well, I'll do my best to explain, but trust me when I say, it ain't gonna be easy. What's up? What's happening? What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Music Station, which is for anything and everything animation, including TV and movies, and especially horror films. I am your local horror nut, Jackson Small. Welcome back to our little horror-thon thing for Animation Station. Finishing off a marathon that I started 2 months ago, but I didn't get to see this final new installment until now. And I'm saying final as in, it's the last one for now, until Bone Temple, whenever that comes out. Anyway, my point is, now we are here. 2 months late, but we are here to talk about the latest movie in the 28 Later franchise, which started with 28 Days Later, a great, original, unique zombie movie that still works well today despite being dated, to 28 Weeks Later, a sequel that has some great gore, some really good moments, but it is full of so many problems and dumb decisions, and it not being the same people behind it really didn't help. So now, almost 20 entire years since that last film, we are finally back with a brand new one. And this time, the original creator and writer are back. Alex Garland and Danny Boyle are back as writer and director respectively. And they have come to deliver a third installment into this new franchise titled 28 Years Later. I mean, I thought they'd call it 28 Months Later because I thought they were going by progression, but I guess they decided to throw that out the window. And spoiler alert, they threw it out the window for the sequel too because they're just going to call it 28 Years Later, The Bone Temple. You're literally throwing out your whole naming nomenclature here. Like, come on. And before we even start the review, I have a little bit of a mini rant, because for those of you that saw my Morphin May reviews, you know that I absolutely freaking hate and despise Operation Overdrive. So, you can definitely imagine how befuddled I was when there was a Power Ranger toy cameo in this movie, and they chose Operation Overdrive. Like, out of all the seasons of Power Rangers, you know, Turbo, In Space, Lost Galaxy, Dino Thunder, Mystic Force, SPD, Jungle Fury, Samurai. Like, out of all of those, you chose the worst one possible. Either you didn't do your research or you were just being negligent, because anyone with half a brain knows that Operation Overdrive is by far the worst, most uneven, and most absolutely abysmal season of Power Rangers that will ever exist. Yes, say what you want about Super Mega Farce, at least it had an idea. So, yeah, that's my mini rant, that's my little immediate reaction to seeing that. I'm just like, Operation Overdrive? Out of all the freaking seasons you could have picked, you picked Operation Overdrive. I know. It's very nitpicky, it's petty, but I'm gonna bring it up because no one likes Operation Overdrive. Literally nobody. So it being used in this movie's canon, yeah, no, I don't buy it. Doesn't make sense. Okay, now for the actual review itself, I'll start with my overall thoughts on the movie first before we even dive in. It's uneven. It's an uneven threequel, but it is not a bad movie. It has some great things about it, it has some great moments in it, but it has some severe problems. To the point where all the people are highly praising it out the wazoo. I want to know what you were smoking, because we clearly did not see the same film. So, yeah, that's what I need to say right off the bat. Don't click away. This is a positive review. It just has a lot of problems. So, here's my written review. It's one of the longest I've written in a while. I tried to keep it spoiler-free, but I did talk about some other things. So, I hope you enjoy. Here we go. Yes, I know that I'm 2 months late on this one, and I apologize for that, but life has been beyond busy lately, and I just didn't have time to see it in theaters as badly as I wanted to, not to mention continuously running this channel on a regular basis, and having to keep up with that schedule. And by the time I did, the theater already replaced it with Fantastic Four, so either way, I had no shot at seeing it in theater. Sorry, I just had no shot. With my current situation at that point, I had no shot to see it, just none. However, now that it is out on VOD in full HD, and my schedule is finally freed up a tad, because we're done with Attack on August and all the other stuff for the time being, and we're all caught up, I have finally seen it today for the first time, and my thoughts are conflicted. That being said, there's a lot of great stuff in here that does warrant high praise. The acting is phenomenal, the best acting in this franchise since the original. Especially the kid playing Spike and Ralph Fiennes. And yes, Ralph Fiennes is pretty much a glorified cameo, but he's great here, despite being just a glorified cameo that only shows up in the finale of the movie. The setting is refreshingly far different than the previous two. The original took place in a desolate town. The sequel took place in a bustling city that ended up becoming desolate. In this third one, it mostly takes place in only the desolate highland wilderness, meaning you get a lot of shots of the forest and all the trees and valleys and all that stuff, and it is cool. I love this movie's setting. Like, I legit love whenever a horror movie has a setting like this that's so spacious yet eerie. One of the reasons why I love the original so much is because it did a great job utilizing its desolate setting to serve its tone. And here it does the same, this time just being in the woods instead of, an abandoned city. So, yeah, great job with the setting. The gore is awesome, including 2 very vicious Mortal Kombat-esque head rips. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try to mince words about it because it's the best kills in the movie. Early on, they have like this little red tinted vision thing of this big beast zombie ripping off the entire head of a deer with its spine still attached to its skull. And as soon as I saw that, I'm like, oh man, if we get a human kill of that, I'm gonna be freaking ecstatic. Guess what happened? Twice, actually. We got 2 of those kills where this brute zombie literally rips an entire person's head off through its own brute strength with its spine still attached. So, it's like the Predator kills, but they don't get their skull clean or anything like that, and he rips them out just by the head. He doesn't grab them by the back of the spine and yank it. Like, it is literally a brute strength head rip that has the spine still attached to the head. Like, it is gruesome, it is gory, and it is fucking awesome. Like, as soon as I saw that was in the movie, I'm like, oh, hell yes. This is easily the goriest of the movies. Yes, even gorier than the chopper kill from weeks later. I know that may sound like hyperbole, but trust me when I say this is actually gorier than that. And the MKS head rips, yeah, some of the coolest freaking kills of the year, without a doubt, because the person's alive, they felt the entire struggle as it happened, and the end result is some glorious, brutal, amazing practical effects. Just hell yes to both the head rip kills, best kills in the movie. I can't choose between which one because both of them are freaking awesome. The effects are a solid balance of digital and practical. Again, just like the original. The pacing is solid. It's not great, but it is good enough to not be boring. The tone, it is bleak and desolate, as it should be. Though there is one thing that breaks it, and we'll talk about it at the end. Cinematography is excellent. This movie's cinematography is gorgeous, dude. Like, it's a gorgeous movie just to look at, through all its shots, through all its different angles, and all kinds of stuff, man. Like, it is beautifully shot. I love the cinematography in this movie. The runtime is brisk. It's not even 2 hours, dude. Like, it's like an hour 59, I think. It's a really short film, especially by today's standards, when we're trying to push 3 to 4 hours as a usual regularity. And as I said before, Danny Boyle is back as director, and Alex Garland is back as writer, resulting in a much more well-made and focused film than Weeks was. Also, props to the trailer guys who didn't spoil anything for once. The trailer was one of the coolest freaking things when it first dropped. Like, it used boots, and it did it in a way where it not only fit the ominous setting that they were going for, but it also made the entire trailer just continuously build up in tension and very high suspense. It was such a damn good trailer, dude. Like, it was such a damn good trailer. And even better, they didn't spoil anything. Like, this is one of those movie trailers where they actually gave a shit and didn't spoil the entire movie in the trailer. Thank you for that. Seriously, props to them. I hope those guys got a raise. However, as I said in the beginning, this also comes with a lot of missing parts that keep it far below the original. The original is still the best one, and I will die on that hill. The story, while it is well told, is kind of formulaic. It's not bad by any means, but it is a story that you can kind of see the obvious beats for. So, it is a formulaic story, but it's not a bad one by any means. The characters, excluding Spike, are generic. Like, the mother character, despite being played by Jodie Comer in a really great performance by her, I'm not going to remember that character in T-minus 5 days. Or even Ralph Fiennes' character, who, like I said, is pretty much a glorified cameo that only shows up at the end of the movie. So set your expectations there. Like, even there, he does an amazing job with what he's given, but his character, again, I'm not going to remember it. T-minus a day and a half. Or Aaron Taylor Johnson's character, the big poster boy of the entire movie outside of the kid that plays Spike. And he is so just one note. So, like, the acting's amazing in this movie, it's just that the characters are not. Again, excluding Spike. Spike is the best thing in this movie outside of the gore. The music is terrible this time through and lacks any personality. I don't think they even played the theme. You know, the classic 28 Days Later theme that they even played in Weeks. Unless my ears are deceiving me. I mean, I think they played it at the end, but I don't know. It was only for like 10-20 seconds, if that. But the rest of this movie's music is terrible. It's stock, it's cliche, and it is extremely lack of any distinction. The music's bad in this movie, is what I'm saying. The twist with Aaron Taylor Johnson's character is forced. I'm not going to say why, but I'm just going to say the trailer makes you think something else entirely than what the movie actually is. The infected designs are boring. I'm not talking about the nearly boneless, no, the nearly skinless, bony infected thing that we see rising in the fields. That thing's badass. I mean, like some of the other ones, and especially the big brute beast zombie. Like, he's so just boring. He looks like a giant hobo that has his dong hanging out. Boring. Especially considering the really good design effects from Days and even Weeks. It's not scary at all. Maybe it's because I'm desensitized to these movies because I've seen a dozen horror films by now and ones that are far gorier. I mean, after you see stuff like Return of the Living Dead and Brain Dead, you kind of become desensitized to insane levels of gore. But even then, it's just not really that scary. Like, there are great moments of suspension tension, but most of the time, the scares are shitty jump scares. Wonderful. As if we haven't seen enough of those in this decade. The nudity is excessive and outright unnecessary. Like, all the zombies in this movie are nude. Every single one of them. You see a lot of tits, you see a lot of V's, you see a pregnant woman giving birth out of her V, and you see a lot of naked men zombies with their dongs hanging out. And it serves no purpose, man. Like, it seems like it's just there to get an R rating. I don't know. Like, a little bit I don't mind, but when it's just every single scene is that, it gets repetitive. And that fucking ending. The ending of this movie legit pisses me off. Why? Because that ending is one of the stupidest... I fucked it up already, I'm sorry. That ending is one of the stupidest fucking things I have ever seen in a theatrically released horror film. Yes, even as someone who is a huge Power Rangers fan, I will absolutely not defend this movie's ending at all. Because it's not only horrendous sequel baiting, but it doesn't fit the film's tone whatsoever. It is dumb, it's contrived, it's half-assed, it comes out of nowhere, and it is by far the worst part of the movie. Like, the people saying this movie's ending is dumb, yeah, they're right. It is beyond dumb. And it's only made worse because of the incredible scene that happened right before it. I'm not going to go into spoilers, and I won't dare spoil this scene, because this scene's amazing. Like, if the movie ended on the scene that happened before the dumbass ending, it would be a lot higher, because if it ended on this note, it would have been the perfect note to end the movie on. And without spoilers, I'm just going to say, it gives context to this image in the posters. I'm not going to say why, but once you see it, it hits you right in the feels. Like, the scene right before the dumbass ending is extremely just incredible. The best scene in the movie. Outside of, again, the gory head rips. So, yeah, this movie's ending is fucking dumb, and it doesn't fit the movie at all. Like, not at all. Like, there are some people that will defend it, and if you like this ending, good for you, but me personally, I just found it dumb, contrived, and doesn't fit at all. It's dumb. This movie's ending is fucking dumb. So overall, what I'm left with is a very uneven, half-rotting, half-eaten corpse that has just enough left for me to call it worthwhile enough to be worth wasting arrows on. This is a really good horror film, and a solid return for the 28 later franchise, with some serious flaws that keep it from ever even touching the original film. It's definitely better than the mixed bag of 28 Weeks Later, but it needed just a little more time to be fully fleshed out. Like, maybe delay it a few more months, have it come out this month instead of coming out way back in June, and maybe we could have had a better film here. Like, write out that dumbass ending, and have it end on a more somber, dour note. Like, it would have been really cool if it ended on that note. If it ended on that note, I'd be able to look past all the other bullshit and put it right up there with the original. But when your ending is that dumb and makes that much not sense, I'm gonna give you shit for it, and I'm not gonna put you on the same pedestal as the original because of it. Call it petty, but that ending just pissed away a grand majority of my enjoyment of this movie. Overall, it's worth a rent, but compared to the overpraising I've seen online, it is extremely overrated. Like, best horror movie of the year? No. Best horror sequel of the year? No. Up there with Final Destination Bloodlines? Not even fucking close. But, as a horror film overall, really good. As the first 28 later franchise movie in almost 20 years, very good. As a zombie movie, very good. As a gory zombie movie, very good. It just has some serious problems that I can't really call it great as much as I want to, because, again, great stuff in it, it's just not great as a whole. And that's where I stand on it. It's a really good horror film and a really good return to form for the franchise, but I can't call it great, and it's nowhere close to as great as the original. Just, no, not even remotely close. So that's it. That is my positive but uneven review for 28 years later. I almost said days again, I'm sorry. 28 years later. So thank you guys so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, share, subscribe for more videos like this almost every single day. Like I said before, content on the channel is going to slow down a bit from here because there's stuff going on, and I also just need a break because September will drive me fucking insane. So, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next review. Take care.
Excited for what comes up ahead. Hey, Shenron.